messages are, so it comes in like an iMessage system,
Yep.
right? So I
Yep.
like that. So how does it, well, and I'll get to that in a minute, but you can have them upload documents, and again, they don't need to log in if that's what you're asking them to do.
So what is a message? And kind of, so again, this is a secure message that you
Okay.
can send to your clients. And again, it can be sent automatically. As an example, every month for bookkeeping, they receive a new message that says,
Right.
new month, need so-and-so, and this can all be templated. Now, why is this really beneficial? Number one is it's, again, mobile friendly. So your client on their phone can receive this little, can chat with you right on their phone. That's one. Number two is, you see this little thing, reminders. I know you love the auto nag.
I love auto nag.
You can auto nag your clients, and you can auto nag them as to how you want, right? So some people like to nag a lot. Some people like to, step back a little bit. So you can control how often you want to nag and how many times you want to nag. So think about it. How often do you send a text message and somebody reads it and say, oh, I'll respond later because they're in the middle of something? That's what this takes care of for you. So if you have 1,000 clients and 200 don't respond right away, that's 200 people you would have to be following up on. That's a massive amount of time, whereas this does it automatically for you.
Oh, yeah.
That's number one. Number two is, you see this little green thing. If you use WhatsApp, you're probably familiar with it. It's a read receipt. So we didn't come up with it, but it's a great thing because you can see when your clients have read it. And that's, actually another tangent. We have an audit log for every file. So not only do you see read receipts, but you can see when your client viewed the file, right? Whether they downloaded it. So when you have that client say, oh, I never saw that, you saw it, and you can show them the log of what they did.
That's a win, right? So for sure. So a message would be kind of is that more related to a job? Is that more related to monthly bookkeeping, or is that when that's really purposeful? Whereas the full-blown organizers are more in the organizing process when you're trying to get a lot of information all at once?
They're two different tools, right? So they both allow you to get information from clients. Now,
right.
A message is beneficial because it has context, right? So you can start, a lot of times you send a message to a client saying, hey, we looked at so-and-so, we need to verify this. So you would use that that's a great use case for a message. Another great use case for a message is, like you mentioned, every month of bookkeeping, you need, bank statements and maybe something else every month, where it's not, you don't need them to complete a long form, right? So an organizer would be more onboarding or intake form, right? You need so much information from a new client. Whereas a message allows you to get a quick snippet of information.
Gotcha.
And allows you, again, we mentioned the reminders, we mentioned the read receipts. They can attach documents right within it. They can do the same thing within an organizer as well. But as opposed to a text message, if you send it to them where you have to go and manually organize it, they can attach documents right here. And you can give them a task list. So task list. Yeah.
So does it live within a job, or does it live within the client, the whole messages thing?
So if this message was created automatically through a job, it would automatically be linked. It would live inside that job. But if I can always see all of the active messages for a client across all jobs. So this is all the messages across all jobs, and I can see all the tasks across all jobs as well for this client.
Okay. Does it break out so let's say you have a message thread going and then they complete their tasks. I saw that you can archive it, so that's great.
Yep.
But does it separate the messages into different, so there's this message thread and then it's over, and then here's this message thread?
That's exactly what this is. So let's say, so every month, if you had a monthly bookkeeping and it would generate a new message, it would, this is this month, this is next month, this is next month, this is next month, and so forth.
It's not one continuous thread like an iMessage.
No, that's exactly. So that's the other benefit, right? I mean, when you're sending a text message to a client, context gets lost, and that's why having, by the time you send the fifth message, you can't see the top. So having a one long thread is really bad. So that's why you have this. And again, they can be deleted, they can be archived, and I'll show you what it looks like on the client side. Which again, remember that to do we were talking about?
Yeah.
They can see right in here to do. They can see exactly what you need them to do. It's easy for them to use. They would also get an email. If they have a mobile app, they would get a push notification. But this way, you can stay on top of your clients.